Okay, we are live. So, yeah, okay, so over to you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Elevouth's first anniversary. It's really it's been an amazing journey, and I am happy to be here today because I remember how we started. I am happy for the journey so far. I am happy on how far we have come. In just 12 months, Elevouth has achieved a whole lot. And how did it start? It started from an idea, someone's idea, and we are here today. Elevouth has grown from an idea into a thriving workforce and innovation company, shaping the future innovation of youths, not just in Nigeria, but globally. We have a lot of people that I'm very sure will be joining us outside of Nigeria. So please tell us where you're joining us from in the comment section, and we are going to start the program properly. Today's anniversary program is really, really an amazing one. We have speakers that are going to talk to us today, and I hope you are joining with your notes because it's really going to be an interesting session today. So I'll be introducing our first speaker for the night, Mr. Michael Lawal. A brief bio of Mr. Michael.
Hi, Balakis. Happy to be here, and I look forward to speaking with the community. I'm just Michael. I'm not a guy who like someone to read my bio, if that's okay. I'm just Michael, and I'm very glad to be here.
Okay. Well, Mr. Michael is actually a seasoned advisor. He's a serial entrepreneur and a global business leader with more than 16 years of experience in business operations, investments, and building capital ventures. Mr. Michael is a three-time founder with one successful exit and brings proven expertise in scaling startups, strategic business development, and ecosystem building across multiple markets. He currently serves as an advisor to Hire HQ, where it supports innovation ecosystems and empowers early stage Web3 and tech-driven founders through mentorship, strategy, and operational guidance. With his wealth of experience and visionary approach, Mr. Michael continues to shape the future of entrepreneurship and technology-driven growth in Africa and beyond. Tonight, he will be speaking on redefining the future of Africa's workforce, talent, skills, and hiring. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Michael Lawal. I need to see your emojis. I need to see your welcome messages. Please, let's have them.
Thank you, Balakis. Happy to be here, and I look forward to imparting and sharing knowledge. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, so Michael, you can start.
So I didn't catch you, Balakis.
I said you can start, sir.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just, it will be good to know if there are questions, what's the format of the community asking questions. Will be good to kind of understand in terms of what the format of the session would look like. If you can guide me, that would be great.
Okay, I'll be doing that during the, oh, yes, I'll be doing that during the, yes, sorry. I'll be checking for you. To get questions, I'll let you know.
No problem. like you said, happy to be here with the Elevate. Sorry, I'm sure I got the pronunciation right. Is it Elevouth or Elevate?
It's Elevouth.
Elevate. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Great to be here, and it's today I'm being invited to speak on redefining the future of African workforce, and this is something that I strongly believe it's quite needed and very timely as well. As Balikis has mentioned, I help the team here at Higher HQ in terms of the global partnership and global scale. And in the last 17 years of my journey, I'm quite obsessed with it belief that finding people with the right mindset and right maturity to build companies in Africa that then they will be the first phase of the economic catalyst for building Africa. And we cannot emphasize enough the role that the future of work actually plays in that, in terms of talent, in terms of skills, in terms of hiring. And I'm going to quickly use a bit of IHQ journey to explain that. When IHQ started, they started as IR Geeks. And the problem they were trying to solve was to connect African young people to global opportunities in terms of global job. And what they quickly realized is we still joke about this in the company today, where people would turn up on the call either they are very sweaty and tired, totally come unprepared to interview. Maybe internet is lagging and clunky, and they keep getting a lot of these conversations in terms of what is going on with this talent. It seems unprepared and all that. And what High HQ quickly realizes, it's not that we have lack of talent, it's just that this talent having the right mindset, the right training, the right skills, the right framework of mind in terms of how they actually should be showing up on a global stage. And you see that quickly led Hire to change his entire course to becoming a training organization. And from there, they realized that training is not enough. We actually should start taking young Africans to actually go through the rigorous process of actually starting their own companies. And I always say this to people. If you start your own company and you spend at least 2 years on your own side hustle, the way you're going to show up for other people's job, if you decide not to continue, is going to be different. Because now you appreciate what it takes to raise funds. Now you appreciate what it takes to actually show up on a global stage. You actually appreciate that enormous super employer putting that venture together. And then bringing that back to in terms of how collectively we can redefine the future of workforce. Now, I want to say this from a perspective of 2, 3, 4 years ago, I was a future of work. It was like a buzzword, but what I'm actually seeing right now is what I call the future of living. We're going to see a future where AI is coming. When we started seeing that, anyone now can tell ChatGPT and say, write my exam for me. I'm not encouraging people to cheat for their exams, but you can tell ChatGPT and say, write my exam for me, and 4 or 5 paragraphs. Anyone can write a book now within 1 week using ChatGPT, right? Whether it's their knowledge or not, that's another thing. But then we then having, and I think I'm not very sure, but long ago I was hearing, maybe it's Elon Musk or another global tech company saying, maybe Microsoft, where they're saying they want to stop online interview because they're realizing a lot of people using ChatGPT and AI to actually pass the interview. And so you see, the future of work is data is actually changing dramatically. Prior to COVID, nobody will have ever believed that we can now live in the world where anyone can be on the beach in their bikinis, and like myself right now, I'm using a Google. Thanks to Google, I'm using like a Google background. I could be by the beach right now and having this conversation with all of you amazing community, right? And so the future is that is very interesting, because before you even talk about work, let's talk about what does the future looks like. The future is that is very interesting. The future is that where human and machine will co-create. And I know this is a bit of a scary concept on a global stage. Transhuman is coming. where we heard say Elon Musk launching Neuralink. The future is that we're going to have humans and superhumans, right? And when that future comes in, work will be completely redefined. We're going to see a lot of government initiative around universal basic income. It's not prediction, it's going to happen. And so are you as an individual, what are you doing to make sure that you're ahead of that curve, right? And then when you look into that in terms of talent, skills, and hiring, when we talk about talent, skills, and hiring, what is it like? What does the future of work looks like for me? If I know that, because I'm biased towards finding crazy people who want to start their own company, because I've been an entrepreneur my life, and I just love the bustle of people telling me I want to create my own idea. But all of us cannot be founders of company. All right. There will still be people who still have to work, who still have to do the boring stuff, the administration, the operations, the tax, the HR. There's still people who have to do that. And so for those people who want to do that, how are you preparing yourself for that future of work, right? And the way I always say this is to have what I call a 360-degree check view in terms of the skills I have right now. Will these skills be relevant 5 years from now? The skills I have right now, will the skills be relevant 2 years from now? You still, yeah, it'll be relevant. Then the skills I have right now, will the skills be relevant next month? Just imagine before ChatGPT was deployed as the first use case of AI, every copyright, every content creator will never believe that a time will come where someone can just deploy an application, a piece of tech, and the entire industry will literally be wiped out. Right? There was a time in Hollywood where people were, in Hollywood, where people in Los Angeles were suing and saying, "Oh, you're cloning my voice. Someone is writing my script." And they'd never believe. Anyone asked them 10 years ago, that actor, that actress would be saying, "Well, no, I've got my job for life." And a piece of technology just comes just like that. And I got my job for life turns to I need to fight for my job. And so to me, for those who believe that, because it's not everybody who have being an entrepreneur is hard, it's tough. Actually, it's the most craziest thing anyone can do to themselves. And so for those who love the easy life, the easy part, who wants to be a part of the workforce, the first question in terms of the future of work is, the skills I have right now, will these skills be relevant a year from now? And I think that's a good place to start. If I believe that these skills will be relevant, if the answer to that is yes, then the next question I'll then ask myself is, if these skills is going to be relevant, will there be a change in the application of the skills? Because you see, in terms of using the creative industry and ChatGPT, university is another one. Now, a lot of universities are now buying software to detect AI plagiarism. You see, lecturers have not gone away. What just happened now is lecturers then have to use another technology to fact check actually exam, right? And so university has not shut down as a result of AI, but in terms of the skills of the lecturer, lecturing and marking of the script has changed as a result of technology. And so to me, in terms of what the redefining the future of African workforce. Now let's bring it down to Africa, because when I started from looking at what the future of work looks like. Our technology is fast changing the future of work. But now, you as an individual, the skills you have right now, how accurate, how on point is the skills you have right now being very workforce proof for the future of work? Now let's bring it back to Africa. Because the beauty, and I always say this, and I hope I won't get a lot of enemies for saying this on the global stage. The beauty is, because Africa, we're still a little bit, I don't even think we have any government in Africa right now that have policy on AI to them be talking about even training prompt engineers. So that could be a blessing on its own, right? Because it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not coming. It just means we're still kind of slow to adoption. And so between the future of work in Africa is not something that would dramatically change. It's just something that will be redefined. And what do I mean by that? It's just mean we're going to see more freelancers. We're going to see more gig workers. We're going to see more people who before are globally disenfranchised now applying for global opportunities. We're going to see a lot of young Africans now beginning to actually realize that the so-called dirty jobs of becoming a tailor or a mechanic or a house painter, people begin to realize that actually, and it's quite scary, it's like the whole world is changing back, like we're going back from the tech world into a vintage world. People actually realize that AI is not coming to paint your room, not anytime soon. AI is not coming to sew your buba and shokoto, you know, not anytime soon. And so people realize that actually this so-called not fancy work and skills might actually be where a lot of people start retraining themselves in case the industry is imparted as a result of a fast-growing technology. And so there is enormous opportunity, and I always say this to people, and there's this conversation on a global stage about those who are paranoid with technology acceleration, who believe technology is going to destroy all of us and take our job away, it makes us poorer. But I tend to look at technology from a techno-optimist viewpoint. And from techno-optimist viewpoint, I'm looking at it from technology is not going to destroy us, it's just going to help us to stop being lazy. Because now that our source of livelihood is challenged, that is the moment human thinks. And that is the moment human creativity actually comes alive. And that to me, from that panic, there is opportunity. And that opportunity for me is that which you as an individual, as an African talent, you then need to understand what is the talent that I have? How relevant is this talent? This talent, is it relevant enough for me to actually give value through my skills, through this talent? Because at the end of the day, nobody actually forgets any human or man who can solve problems. Because at the end of the day, you're helping people solve problems. I always have this joke with people that I've ever mentored or worked with in my journey. Believe me, nobody loves people who come to them and tell them about problems. You know, the people love most in the world, the people who say, oh, hi, Balikis. Oh, I think about this problem, but I've solved it. Those are the kind of people everyone loves. And so for you, for future of work, for you as a young African who wants to be job ready and skills ready and talent ready for future of workforce in Africa, you want to be someone who is a problem solver. You want to go from your from the surface thinking to actually force yourself to logical thinking. Because, and I always use this word, people think thinking is the easiest job. I always joke with my mom, your generation actually have it easy because you do manual work. You already know that if you're a hairdresser, you're going to a shop, people are bringing their hair, you're going to plait the hair, and that's it. My generation at 28, we're already having gray hair because we've been forced to think to make things out of nothing. Our parents didn't have gray hair until they're 65. But now look at a typical any entrepreneur you see in Africa. Just watch there, is that their head, the hair is growing just like me, is that their barb just like me, or you start seeing a bit of a gray hair coming from the sideline, right? And when you look into that, thinking is not easy. Thinking is actually harder than you understanding what you're doing day to day. And because of that, it's important now in times of you being future-proof and future-ready for you to understand in times of what is that future looks like. The future is that way man, humans, and machine are going to co-create and collaborate together. We can't run away from it. It's going to happen. It's happening. And so if it's the future where human and machines are going to co-create together, I always say this to people, start from your laptop. Your laptop is a piece of machine. For me to be able to join this call today, I have to download Google Chrome, right? I have to sign up on Google Chrome. I have to understand where the keyboard to say join the meetings are. And so, but whether I believe it or not, this is me literally trying to figure out how to work with a machine. And interestingly, we're all already working with machine, we're just in denial. We just have to accept that the future is that where we will co-create a machine. There was a survey that was done long ago about Alibaba, biggest in Shenzhen, one of the biggest Alibaba warehouse, where no human is walking on the floor of that warehouse right now. Everything is automated. And with that situation as well, Amazon is now beginning to phase out order pickers in its warehouse, where everything, machines are now picking orders and sorting orders. The only parts humans are interacting is just picking that order from the box into the car. Now, we then begin to hear the word autonomous driving. So in the future, humans will not even drive the car. The machine will load the box into the car and the car will self-drive itself. And you see, the future of work is that where human and machine will co-create together. And so to me, you have two options. Shall I sit on the fence and continue to cry about it? Or shall I just be smart enough to think deep in terms of what are those institutions, what are those skills that will not be imparted so much with technology? Because every industry is going to be imparted with technology, believe it or not. And that's the truth. We're now in the era of transhumanism. It's fast coming. People are still in denial, but it's happening. And so the future of work is that way everyone in the future is going to be an entrepreneur. Because by the time it's happening in America, there's been mass layoff from big tech companies in America since the last 5 years. And it's not stopping anytime soon. It's accelerated. And so you see, now we have more people becoming entrepreneurs than we've ever seen before. Why? Because people are realizing that their job they believe is job for life is not actually secured. You know, when Trump became president in America, civil service job is the job you believe is job for life. People woke up one day, and our friends were imparted in USAID in Kenya. People woke up one day and they got an email and say, you've been sacked by the United States government. Civil service job used to be jobs for life. It's like the most secure job in the world. So you see, we're now in here where no job is job for life, no job is secure. You're now in the here where you have to constantly upskill yourself. And that's the conclusion in wrapping that up. You have to constantly upskill yourself. You have to be a bit of a logical thinker, and you have to be able to think ahead. I don't believe the future is that where Michael is going to have one skill, and that is it. The future is that where we're all going to become a bit of a multi-skilled human and be able to deliver value across multiple platforms. And that to me is a future that I believe that every single person should be preparing for. And I'm more than open to take questions, feedback from the community. And thank you, Elevouth community, for having me to speak with all of you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. That was a very enlightening session. And left to me, I would have asked you to continue. We just have a few questions, and the first one is saying, as a newbie in tech, what's the best way for me to discover which area is right for me in tech?
So can you take that question again, please?
Okay, so this person is asking, and it says, as a newbie in tech, what is the best way for me to discover which area is right for me in tech?
That's actually a great question. For anyone that has ever been through that ever met me or know what I stand for purpose. Because I believe that there are things that people think are actually relevant that are actually going to become superpower in the future. One of them is human relationship, one of them is purpose. And so my answer to this question is, what is one thing, if I wake you up on the bed tonight, you won't struggle to do it. You know, we all have different natural inborn talents. The skills is that which you learn. Talent is that which is part of your nature, or maybe you've not discovered it. And when you build on that talent, it becomes the skills that you can then monetize and sell for your time, right? And so to me, my answer to that person is, what is one thing today that you don't have to struggle with? So, for example, there are people who just have natural flair in terms of enabling people to have a great experience, right? If you're a person who just kind of, you know, that you just love to complain when you're using any product, then, you know, being a great product manager will be amazing, because you're going to help a lot of amazing founders figure out how to be an amazing, how to build great product, right? Sorry, I'm in a space where other people are moving around, and so you have to be able to figure out in terms of what is it that I love to do. For example, there are people who naturally are good in sitting down with their thought for a very long time, right? If you're that type of person, then sitting down learning about coding might be for you. You see, not that I don't understand a bit of coding, but it's not for me, because I'm a guy that I can't sit 10 hours looking at some syntax. It's not just for me. I'm like a hunter. I love to get into the hood and do and move around and run after the. And so to me, that's why I love to be the commercial founder. You build it, I'll go sell it, right? Because I love building human relationship. I love connecting with people. I love helping people to solve problems. And so if someone build a great product that solves people's problem, I know that I'm a great salesman. I'll sell that product. And so my answer to that person is actually understanding what is it that you love to do, that you love to enjoy. Because when people use the word tech, and it's quite overused lately, tech is like if this one word fits all, and it's not. Because in tech, there is a customer journey person. There's a user experience person. There is a backend person who doesn't want to probably talk to anybody, just want to sit in the backend. There's a UI UX person. So there is a lot of roles and opportunity in tech. But the best way I will advise this person is to try out a lot of opportunities, go to a lot of tech meetups. You know, if you want to be a millionaire, go hang out with millionaires. I always say this to a lot of people. If you want to be a millionaire and you're hanging out with poor people, there's no way you're going to be a millionaire, because they're just going to give you a lot of bad energy and toxic relationships that you're never going to move ahead. And so wherever you want to be in life, find a community that has already be that thing, and you go fitting into that community. And believe me, before you know what is happening, they're influencing you to be like that. And so for this person, I'll say there's a lot of, if you're based in Lagos, there's a lot of tech meetups and opportunities and conferences. It costs you nothing. Just dress up, go to this event, go talk to these so-called techies, and you will figure out which of these roles in tech that is more relatable to you, and then you can explore.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. I am very sure this person is happy as you explained this very well. And I'm seeing that a lot of people are enjoying this. Please keep your comments coming in, keep reacting, and keep asking questions. For now, we do not have any question for you. But in the meantime, I'm still going to be looking out for you. So thank you so much, Mr. Michael. This has been a wonderful experience. On the next, what we have next on the agenda, we have a second speaker. We have a second speaker, and I would be introducing him briefly. Yes, give me a minute, please. So up next, we have Mr. Tosin Animashaun. He's a highly sought after productivity strategist, project consultant, and a leadership development expert. He has over 7 years of leadership experience, and he has worked with executives, corporate teams, and young professionals to elevate productivity, streamline operations, and achieve extraordinary results in less time. He is the lead coach at Productivity Development Training Academy and has impacted over 20,000 teenagers, youth, and professionals through his leadership programs. Mr. Tosin has also been featured on platforms such as Ogun State Television, Obafemi Awolowo University, and Honor 103.5 FM. Tonight, he will be speaking on making systems work. productivity and strategy for career success. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Tosin Animasham. Mr. Tosin, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us this night. We are really happy and glad that you joined us this night, and we can't wait for what you have in store for us. Please take the stage, Mr. Tosin. Thank you once again.
All right, thank you so much. Favor, if I'm correct. Am I? Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I hope you can hear me audibly.
Yes, I can hear you. It's actually Balkis, not Favor.
So, oh, Barricade. Thank you for
Yes.
having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think I saw Toluwani as well in the house. Thank you very much for what you are doing here. Great work that you guys are doing. And happy anniversary as well. I think I should start from that. You know, I was honored to be here as well, while we're putting a lot of things together when we're just starting out. And it's so, like I shared on my platform yesterday, it's so beautiful to see what we've done within the space of a year. And that actually means that there is so much more, ahead, beautiful, amazing experiences ahead of us. And well done and well done. All right. So, just to make it quick, because I know we're trying to do a lot of things, I'm just going to say a few things. I've joined a few moments ago, and I heard a lot of things that Mr. Michael said. I was almost saying, "Oh my God, I wish we don't have to have my session any longer," because he has said a lot of things that are very, very necessary, that are very, very, important as much as starting out as talents, because I believe it's a community of talents, and those that are hearing and are part of this session, they are also talents trying to see how they can be better at what they are doing. And yeah, so but I will try as much as possible to just leverage. I mean, should I use the word leverage? No, I will try as much as possible to just say a few more things to just buttress some of the things he said, and a little more of the things that I also want to add as well. All right. So we want to look at productivity generally. How do you build systems? That's what I've been asked to say, to talk about. How do you build systems that works, especially in your career life? Okay. And let me start by saying that the challenge with a lot of young people today, or let me even use the word systems, because we are meant to also just talk about that as well. Whether systems, whether workspace, whether individuals are trying to do something for their life. One of the major challenges that these guys are facing, that makes them not to be productive, is that there's no structure. We are just going in to do something because we know that we have to do something. Let me break it down. So let's start from what it means to be productive. What it means to be productive is actually about you having certain results in your life. So when we say you are productive about a thing, we're saying that you are not just busy doing that thing, but when you are doing something, we can see proof, um, probably in numbers, okay, or something measurable around what you are doing to say, okay, your life is working, or you are probably, that's what a lot of young people take a look at, financially, that you are earning, you're getting money from that. And maybe it might not even be finances, probably you are happy doing it, okay, but productivity is not something that is very, what's the right word to use now? Productivity is not something that will just uh, rub you and pamper you. No, it doesn't stop about having the right feeling now. Oh, I'm just happy I'm doing this thing. The question that productivity asks is, what is the result? I mean, yeah, we know you're feeling happy about it, but what is the proof that yes, you are actually happy doing this thing? Is your life working out? Are you able to raise a family? Are you able to live happily? Do you have sound health? Do you have sound mind? What have you been able to do around that thing that you said you're doing? So we'll ask all of these questions, whether in your life, whether at your workspace. How many customers have you been able to talk to? How many customers have you been able to? I mean, for instance, now I'm putting some perspective into it. How many customers have you been able to convert to sales based on what you enjoy doing? Or let's say that you are in the impact space, so you want to make impact. You want to reach out to people, and then you want to bless their life or something. How many people have you been able to impact? All right. Maybe we are not even talking about numbers. Even if it is just a few people that you've been able to impact, what is the proof that their life was impacted? So productivity is going to ask these questions. All right. So many things around that, but I'm just trying to say the basics. So now let's come back to you. Now imagine when all that you are doing is just to, let's just do something. Probably you just go to school. That's where it starts from, everybody, young person, because I just want to make this very practical since we have a short time. So I don't make it too of a theory. So you're a young person, maybe you graduated from high school, secondary school, as we call it in Nigeria, and then you go to a university to study a course. The question is, what course are you doing? How relevant is that is? What are you going to do with it after university? Now, let's say that you don't even have that opportunity, like many of us, because if I should talk about my story, I have my own share of that as well. We don't know why we want to do that. We just go into doing it and all. Now you come back from graduate school. Now you have a certificate. You say, okay, you want to work out something, or you want to join a workspace, or you want to build something. You want to that means you now want to build a career for yourself. Okay, so I'm using this example because that's literally the moment that a lot of people just start building their career life, and that's what we want to take a look at and put some perspective into. Right, so you graduated and then you want to move into your career. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, why are you going into? I mean, why career in the first place? In the first place, you could have just say, you know what, I don't want to build any career. I just want to be myself, sit down, wake up, enjoy life, maybe get money from this person, get money from that person, just eat, sleep, wake up, and that's all. So the question you want to ask yourself is, okay, why do I want to build a career for myself? Is it so that I can earn something for myself, for my family, uh, or so that I can solve a particular problem in the community? So you want to really have a strong why for doing what you are doing. And like I said, this is literally the major challenge why a lot of people start doing something, and at the end of the day they are not productive about it because they don't have any strong why into why they are doing that thing. Okay, so then you want to now have a plan around it. So it's not just that, okay, I'm done with school. Now, who wants to take me in? I want a job. Then you start knocking on several doors. Okay, which space do you want to work in? What problem do you want to solve in that industry? Like Ms. Michael said a lot of things around that as well. Do you want to play in tech space? Do you want to play in education, finance? Which industry do you want to play in? So you need to be able to answer all of these questions before you can start doing something. And probably you are here, you are saying, oh my God, I couldn't even answer some of these questions before I jumped right into it. So does that mean that it's over for me? No, it's not over. So what we are saying is you can always ask yourself again, why am I doing what I am doing right now? What is my aim towards doing it? What goal am I trying to achieve about doing this thing? So that now moves you into certain structures around your life, around your career. So with this career that I'm doing, I hope I can still be heard. Hello? I'm
Yes,
saying,
yes, we have
okay,
clearly.
okay, okay. So Um, sorry, how many minutes do I have more before question and answer? So I just know how to sum up. I know there's no time, that's why I'm just saying a lot of things and all.
Yes, you still have 10 minutes.
All right, thank you so much. So now that you sorry, I was saying something. Sorry, I lost my thought. I lost my thought. Okay, so I was saying that first is that you know why you are doing what you are doing. Now I was talking about structure, yes. So you want to put structures around your career life. So structure, I mean to say that okay, now I want to start my career journey, and I know why I am going into it so that I can do A, B, and C. Okay, so your structure starts from the why, then it moves you into um, knowing the problem. So I want to work in a firm, for example, and then I want to be able to add value to that firm. So you want to ask yourself, what is this firm into? What are they trying to do in this firm? What is the objective around the around this workspace? How can I come in? So that's the first question you are asking yourself, and then this will now help you to now build certain structure of learning because lifelong learning is very important. See, a lot of things are changing every day, and this is why this thing cannot be specific. You know, you just have to build some structures around your life, but you must be able to learn. Learning is key. You must build a system of learning. It could be every day. You can decide and say, okay, because I want to be good at what I'm doing, every weekend I am going to learn. I'm going to watch a YouTube video for instance, so that it doesn't have to be specific in terms of what you want to learn, but you are saying that no matter what, every weekend I'm going to watch YouTube video for an hour or for 30 minutes or for 2 hours based on your schedule at the moment. So I believe if you're not married yet, you should have a lot of time, or you don't have any responsibilities and all of that, you should have a lot of time, you know, um, going towards you learning every day. And why is because so many things are changing. So many things are changing. And I tell you what, there is nothing like getting results if you don't even understand what you are doing. If you are not updated about what's going on around your life, around your industry, your workspace, the business that a workspace is into, or that you are into, if you're a business owner. Now your career can be anything. Let's say you are even somebody who have a ministry, or you have whatever it is that you are doing. You must update yourself. It's very, very important. There was a time that there's a template that works. Everybody just get that template. You need to find somebody who have the template. They will share with you and say, do this way, do this way, do that way. But right now we live in a world where things are changing every time. Things are changing every time. So no matter what you know, don't be surprised that in the next 1 month or in the next 2 months, okay, something else will come out that will make whatever it is that you know about what you are doing less updated, or that will make it old school. Okay, so you want to ensure that you are. So how do you beat that? The question is now, how do you beat that? See, the best thing is to build a structure of lifelong learning. It's not something that you say, oh, I will do this thing, or I will create time for it. There has to be a structure. Personally, this is what I teach. This is what I tell people. This is the foundation of what I teach as a coach and all of that. There has to be a structure. That is the only way to beat it. Okay, and say at this social time of my life, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly, I am going to Mr. Michael was saying something regarding a conference and the other time. He could even say that every month I'm going to attend a conference in tech. I'm going to attend a conference in relationship. I'm going to attend a conference about finance. Just make sure that you build a structure that will make sure that you are learning and learning. And then, apart from learning, you also want to now study what makes you productive. In terms of being specific now, let's say at your place of work, you are the accountant. What are the tools that I need to get that will make me more valuable to my team, to my workspace, to myself? What are the people that I need to have as my friends? This talk about your relationship, so many things, but you cannot live life alone. You must make sure that you're learning every day. You must make sure that You have the right community in your life. You must ensure that you have a solid vision for your life, and then you must make sure that your structure is very solid. The value of your life is actually dependent on the kind of structure that you set for yourself. No matter what you hope to do, no matter what you aim to do, even if you have the best of the vision in the world, even if you have the best goal in the world, you see, I'm not even talking about vision, goals, blah blah blah. If you have all of these things, you have the best plan in the world. If you don't set structure, you cannot be productive. Remember what I said about being productive. I mean, you cannot have measurable results. We can see you working. We can even see you will be happy that, wow, I want to be like this person, is doing this, is doing that, blah blah blah. And they won't even know that you are a busybody. So if you want to really be surrounded with, you really want to have results in your life, consistent results, then structure. If that is the only thing you will take home from this session, please, you need to set structures for your life. So thank you so much. Probably we'll just take questions at this point before I go. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. This session has been educating, enlightening, and he has also brought more light to things for us. And I'm sure a lot of people have also picked not one, not two, not three from what you have said, as it has really been impactful. So I have a couple of questions for you from our viewers. So the first one is, the question is, productivity often clashes with burnout. How do you build systems that keep people productive without dragging them?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. This
Okay.
policy often clashes with works. I just want to be sure I get what you said.
Okay. Productivity often clashes with burnout. How do you build systems that keep people productive without draining them?
Oh, so okay, without draining yourself, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. So that is one of the problems that many people have, and I think that the thing is not even predictable. So you can actually think that something is going to be easy, and then by the time you go inside it, you find yourself so choked because you are just trying your best. You even think that you have everything figured out, and by the time you enter into it, that's when you now discover that it requires more strength, it requires more energy, it requires more time, it requires more attention, it requires more people, it requires more expertise, and then before you know it, it becomes too tricky, and then before you know it, you get frustrated. All right. So I need to clarify that so that we don't just think that we can figure out everything out as easily as that. If you have a very strong vision for doing something, whether in your life, whether in your career, whether you want to build a business, whether you want to build whatever it is that you want to do with your life, um, if the vision is big, I mean, let me just put it with the more the vision is, the bigger the vision is, the bigger the challenges, and the bigger the challenges, the bigger the frustrations, the bigger the um, loads, the bigger the burnouts. All right. So now going to that question now, I would say that first thing first, um, you need to surround yourself with inspiration. I don't want to go into a lot of things, but to just be honest with you, you cannot predict how things will be. So when you know that you have something very meaningful that you are doing with your life, then you want to make sure that you surround yourself with inspirations. When I say inspiration now, it could be in several ways. It could be that people in your life, like your mentors, who will be there for you to say, you know what, this thing that you're facing now, I've been there before. this is what you can do to actually beat this challenge and all of that. Or it could be that um, you've cracked the code for unwinding yourself or winning your stress, and probably and you see, this is why we say it's important to set structures for your life. So you must. It also talks about setting time structure. So within this hour, I am going to do work. Within this hour, I am going to play. Within this hour, I am going to have fun. Within this hour, I am going to do whatever it is that my body wants to do. Could be exercise. Could be, so when you are able to time some of these things, you have less problem. To be honest, see, the challenge with a lot of people, especially young people, is that they just jump into doing something without any solid plan built around their life. So I will ask you, for instance, now, what is the source of your inspiration? Who are the source of your inspiration? Who are your friends? What kind of community do you surround yourself with? Who are you asking questions from? What are they telling you? So there are a lot of things that can actually help you to avoid burnout or to make it easier. But you cannot completely avoid it. But it's all about the structure that you build around yourself. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein. We have two more questions before we go. So it seems similar, right? Okay. Um, just give me a minute while I read out the question. Okay. So this person is asking rather, and the question is, from your experience managing a lot of leaders and young people, what differentiates um, a leader who is self-productive and those who are not? And how do you shape your organization as a leader who wants to thrive and make sure that your employees do not burn out?
Okay, so um, there are a lot of things that might actually distinguish a productive leader from one who is not productive. But the one that I will really talk about is growth. Growth, growth. That is very, very important. Growth is what makes people different from one another. If you put together 1,000 people who are doing the same thing in the same industry, what separates them is the the level of their growth. So you want to really be a productive leader that is set apart, that is valuable, that is always sought after. Then you want to really prioritize growth. This life is a matter of priority. What everything that we do in life, the activities around your life, you might not even know. These things can even be subconscious. You might be doing them unconsciously. But whatever it is that you are doing more than others in your life, whether it's playing out, whether it's going out with your friends, whether it's cooking in the kitchen, or whether it's uh, being on your laptop, or whatever it is that you do more than the other, is what you put priority, is what you place priority on. So the moment you come into that space of a leader where you are leading a group of people, where you are leading a team, what that means is that you are not only responsible for yourself, you are responsible to a group of people. And the level of your responsibility will determine how that group or that team can be productive, right? So if you have found yourself in that position, then it is very important that you prioritize growth. And when we say you prioritize growth, I am not talking about the kinds of growth that you do conveniently. See, real growth is going to cost you. Anything growth is going to push you out of your comfort zone. And then when when you find yourself in the position of a leader, then you are not longer somebody who will. In fact, should I shock you? When you are a leader and you discover that you are in a comfort zone for a long time, it's a proof that you are not productive. It's a proof that you are not valuable. It's a proof that there are there are some people in that team that have already outgrown you. Okay, so maybe you have learned something awesome that is actually helping the team to thrive. If there are no challenges, there are nothing that is really pushing you as the leader to learn more, to think more, to stay up, some nights, if not all nights, then it means that you are in your comfort zone and probably you are not growing. So real growth, like I said, is going to push you out of your comfort zone. It's going to help you to predict things, predict situations. Even when things are working, you are thinking ahead. You are saying, okay, now things are running smoothly. What kind of challenges can we meet in the next 2 months, in the next 5 months, in the next 1 year? So you are thinking ahead. The team are feeling like, oh, everything is working out. You are saying, okay, so can we take a look at this? Can we take a look at that? So you don't have any reason to just sit down when others are even saying, oh, everything is normal. So growth is just that thing. I don't want to say a lot of things, but take this home. You have to grow, and it has to be continuous as a leader.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tosin, this for the insightful strategies. They have really been helpful, and I am very sure that not only the person who asked the question is going to use it, it's going to be very useful for everyone who has joined tonight. So, on that note, we are going to say a very big thank you for joining us this night, and we hope that we are able to learn and have talks with you soon, so that you can also share your knowledge with us, because I am very sure this is not enough time for you to talk to us, but we are very grateful for the opportunity to have this with you tonight. And thank you again, Mr. Tosin.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, all the best. Bye.
So before we move on, I have a couple of questions for you. I know everyone is excited and I can see the energy has been going up. Let's keep it that way. So a quick one, who can guess how many talents Elevouth has reached in the first year? Let's see who can get that correctly. So I want to see your guesses rather. Let's see who can guess that correctly. Let's see, let's have your answers. Before we go to the final speaker of the day, I am sure everybody is pumped. Who do we have again? Well, in 2 minutes, we are going to know who that is. If people are not getting well, look. Should I ask another one? Okay, so if you have worked with Elevouth or you have been following Elevouth from inception, what is that word you would use to describe Elevouth? Let's see that. Let's say he's going to get that correctly. Okay, this is from your own point of view. What is that one word you use to describe Elevouth? If you have been following Elevouth from inception, let's see. While we're checking out for answers, I'm going to go straight and introduce our next speaker. And the next speaker, so our next speaker is Oluwani Ogundele. Some of you might know who the speaker is, some of you might not know. So who is Oluwani Ogundele? She is a dynamic technical project consultant, a startup builder, and a career strategist who is passionate about driving innovation, creating ecosystems where both people and organizations thrive. Toluwani is the founder of Elevouth. Yes, he got that. For those of you who know already, she's the founder. She is the one that birthed this idea of Elevouth. Yes. And what is Elevouth? Elevouth is a workforce and innovation company, equipping talent with career clarity, in-demand skills, and access to opportunities, while also helping businesses hire the right people. With rich experience across IT, edtech, e-commerce, and blockchain, Toluwani has successfully led cross-functional teams, launched impactful projects, and helped startups scale through strategic execution. She also plays a vital role in the Web3 ecosystem as lead project manager with Ethereum Nigeria, advancing blockchain adoption and community-driven innovation. I am not seeing your reactions to this yet. Why? I thought I'm supposed to be seeing your excitement by now, please. Our achievement includes building CraftLink, a blockchain-enabled solution that empowers artisans and businesses, consulting for multiple startups, and leading innovation projects that solve real problems in Africa. She has won multiple hackathons with her project securing global incubation opportunities, which is a proof of our ability to turn ideas into scalable ventures. I don't know what proof we still need. Elevouth is a proof enough, but then Toluwani is also an alumna of top global blockchain and business programs and holds certifications in project management and emerging technologies. Through her work, she continues to position herself at the intersection of technology, business, and human capital development, shaping the future of work and innovation in Africa and beyond. Please join me in welcoming Toluwani Ogundele, the founder of Elevouth.
Okay, hi everybody. Please confirm if I'm audible.
You are audible.
Okay, so I guess everybody can see me, right? Happy anniversary to us. Like, I don't know why the energy is not high. We are not here for our regular. We are here to like celebrate 1 year of building, 1 year of impacting, 1 year of being with us here at Elevouth and seeing what we can actually do. And I'll say happy anniversary to us. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for being on this journey with us. And we are so, so grateful that you believe so much in every one of us. This small us, like, we are little people now, Abby, but you believe in us and you are here for us. So we are so happy. Thank you so much, Barry Keys. That is actually a very long bio for me. I don't know. But yeah, we are so grateful for this opportunity. So we've had a lot of speakers, 2 speakers today actually, and they have touched everything we after at Elevouth. Let me start with Mr. Michael. I know Mr. Michael because I'm part of my project is part of the project that was incubated at IIHQ, and working alongside with him, I was like, this is just one person we have to bring to Elevouth. And I've always been saying this at Elevouth, we don't play small, right? We always make sure that anybody coming on our platform, they are here to dish out the value. This short time that we had with 2 of them, if you have to pay, I'm telling you, if you have to pay for it, you're paying thousands of dollars. I'm not joking. But we have to bring these people in because we are always after the best at Elevouth to make sure that you get the best, you grow in your career, and you are not just static. So this is 1 year of doing this, and we are grateful. We are happy to be here. So what I have to say today, I will not spend so much time because I think I have so much little time to spend here. And I'm here to talk about building Elevouth into a workforce ecosystem journey so far. So I don't need so much to say because you just go and research, just type in Elevouth on your Google, then you will see everything about us. I do that almost every day, if not every hour. I search about Elevouth to see where we are, what is people seeing out there regarding us, and what is the perception of people regarding us. So but his was there when we started, when we launched actually, and Mr. Tosin, our second speaker, was also part of the speakers we invited for our launch last year, August 31st. And We are here again, celebrating 1 year, one great milestone. And I can remember during the launch last year, Mr. Tosin mentioned something, and he talked about, because our topic was nurturing seed for impact. If you remember about the kids, because I remember very well. And he said something about this is something that is not going to be easy, but he made mention of structure. He made mention of a lot of things that we need to look into, even as a team, as an individual, being the founder. And the vision will keep growing. And sincerely, this is not how we started Elevouth. I always share this with my team. This is not how we started Elevouth. Every single time, the vision keep getting bigger and bigger. But one thing I always remember is telling people, Elevouth is not a WhatsApp community. Mm-mm. Elevouth is a company. Elevouth is an organization. Elevouth is an ecosystem, an embodiment of amazing thing that we are here to change what people think career, navigating career should be. And I think I got a question in the YouTube. I will quickly start with that. The person was saying, what do you do when your why keep changing? I'll tell you, our why keep changing at Elevouth. I ask myself the question every single week. Why are we doing this? Why are we at Elevouth? And the moment you are able to provide answer to it, the more you are getting clarity of what you do, the more it's making sense. So one thing I tell people is that when it comes to career is not a destination, it's actually a journey. So if you are not going home with anything this evening, go on with the fact that you know that it is fine and good for you to keep to start dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger, even in your career path. And one thing I always say is that when it comes to career, the first thing is clarity. So the moment you are not able to answer your why, go back again and sit with it. So this is what has been the backbone of our growth at Elevouth. We have always been asking ourselves the question over and over again. I hope I'm still audible, please. If someone
Yes,
can
you are.
confirm that. Okay. So we've always been asking ourselves the question over and over again, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And the dream and the vision keep getting bigger. So I'm here to talk about building Elevouth to an ecosystem. What has been the journey? How do we get here? And what's the plan for the future? I know a lot of people, you guys might actually know, like, probably a part of Elevouth. Like, okay, I think I know that they have a community. Is that not all what Elevouth is all about? So I'm here to tell you what Elevouth is all about. And I'll start with what is Elevouth. Elevouth is actually a global workforce company where our focus, our intention, our vision is to make sure that we help people to get career clarity. Once you get your clarity, which is the very first step, the next thing is how you can build your skill to fit into what you think you should be doing. And we are not just after, oh, you getting trained alone. We are also making sure that we are holding you by your hands to access opportunity. So we are the intersection, or we are like the middleman, making sure that talents are getting clarity and getting the in-demand skills that will place them on that global landscape, and also helping organizations, companies, startups, NGO, and so on and so forth to find the right talent. Over the course of 1 year, we've done a lot of things. We've engaged in a lot of programs right from our weekly X space. If you have been missing our weekly X space, I don't even know what to say right now, because you've been missing a lot. Since last year we've started, and we are still doing it now, every week, every Saturday. So I think this, if you have been missing or you don't know about it, this is your cue to go to our Twitter page, Elevouth HQ, and you can just go and revisit our spaces, listen to them. I'm telling you, even me personally, I go back to replay it to learn more, to hear what people have to say and grow. Then we also have our monthly webinar that we do every month. I hope I'm still audible, right? By the kids, you can still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Because we are in Nigeria, and you know how this network thing can be. So yeah, we are in Nigeria. Yeah. So, and our monthly webinar, we have webinars every month, inviting industry leaders since we started this since February this year, and I'm telling you, you have to just keep going back to our YouTube page. Currently on our YouTube page, that is where we usually host our monthly webinar. We've talked about topics regarding remote working, freelancing, AI and the future of work, personal branding. What else? These are things that you have to go and pay to learn from. And these people that we are bringing in, they're actually experts at their field, and we make sure we are bringing them in to bring the right information and the right value to us. So beyond our X space, our monthly webinar, we also have our career consultation and mentorship. We also have our community where we talk about a lot of things. We have community call. We have amazing people moderating our community. Maybe I should start mentioning their names so that they will know that they're actually the backbone of Elevouth. We have Fidola, we have Noah, we have Raf, we have Favor. Favor is our project lead, but yeah, she's doing so well when it comes to our community as well. We have Balikis, our HR. She's not a joke when it comes to managing the team, and we have amazing people at Elevouth that has been backing us up for the whole 1 year. So it's not about me. Sometimes you might not even see me for like a week because I have to like just go and know. And so these are people that have been holding Elevouth for the past 1 year, and we have been growing with this vision to help people gain clarity, to get the right training and have access to opportunity. So if you are hearing about us for the first time, or you've been in the community confused of, okay, what is Elevouth all about? How can I plug into what is going on at Elevouth? This is the right moment for you to start engaging. If you're in the community, if you want to you want to get it right when it comes to your clarity, your career clarity, we have tools for that. We have individuals on set for that. And I think earlier this year, because of a lot of questions, a lot of confusion that was going all around, people trying hard to get it right when it comes to their career, we came up with a tool that we call Career Compass. Actually, it's very funny because it's just like an MVP. We just like, okay, let's see what we can do with this. And surprisingly, we have hundreds of people using the tool, and we've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback, like, thank you so much, I never know I can actually get it right when it comes to my career. I never know this and that and that. So our plan before the end of the year is to actually bring out the version 2 of this tool, package it very well. When I mean package it, product managers will understand what I'm talking about. Rephrase the whole thing and make it a whole tool that anybody, anywhere, in any place can actually make use of this. It will help you to get your career right. Like, you can actually like have conversation on the platform in navigating your career, the right training you need to take. You can even track your career progress. Probably, like Mr. Tosin has mentioned, one thing that can help you with productivity is structure. And when it comes to structure, it's like you having plans that are from this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And this is a platform that can help you to track everything. So beyond our two, we also have our academy where we train. Recently, we concluded our free course, and testimonies everywhere. Like, testimonies everywhere. Every single day I'm getting DMs, and I was like, no, at least I'm not the one that teach people. Go to your tutors and appreciate them as well, because these people did amazingly well. So these and many more is what we are currently doing at Elevouth. And going forward, what's our vision? It's very simple: to be that global workforce ecosystem in Africa and beyond. Like Mr. Michael has said, this is never a regular edutech that, oh, they are just training people like every other one. That is never my intention for Elevouth. Is that, how do we position every single individual for the future of workforce? That is what we are after at Elevouth. So in the coming days, we have our global talent summit coming up. You'll be amazed at the caliber of speakers we are bringing, because this is not about tech. Mr. Michael was saying something that, do you even know that in the next few years now, people will have to go back and learn tailor because AI can also your clothes for you. And that's one of the reason why we are building a product. This is not Elevouth related. That's crafting. So yeah, if you want to know that, that would be like a later thing. But when I had this, when I was sitting down, I was thinking about about all of this thing. The intention is that how do we bring technology to every single career? Because how to future prove your skill, how to future prove your career is you making sure that you are making use of this emerging technology in every single thing you are doing. This is not the matter of you trying to come and learn coding. Thank God Mr. Michael mentioned that. And I'm someone like him as well. I believe that if he's watching this again, he will just start laughing. I'm someone like him as well. And one thing I don't do is to sit down and start coding, but I know that I can do so well in another area. So I'll be writing now because the time is fast spent. But at the end of everything, what I'm trying to say is that we are we are your friend, we are your community, we are your partner when it comes to getting it right in your career, and we are here to stay with you. So thank you so much for celebrating with us. And it's I will be asking Balikis to take over now.
Thank you so much, Delu. I can see a lot of people are like, this. Let me give you a short background of how I actually joined Elevouth. It was a coincidence, actually. So what happened? I just saw a flyer. I said Elevouth was launching. Elevouth was not at HR, and that's why I just said, okay. Do you know the founder of this? I'm actually interested, and that was how the whole journey started. And I'm really, really glad I made that step because I've brought in a lot of people, not just people, a lot of talent. People have come, people have left, and people are still here. I know in a few years or in a few months, I might not be here again, but I know greater people are still going to come. People would be, but we have set the pace and we are already doing big things. Yes. I'm just a person who doesn't come to come and write a lot about it. Oh, we have done this. I think I need to start doing that. I need to start doing that because I am not shouting about Elevouth enough. People have come to my demo. I said, this is not a matter of volunteering. Please join and see what we are doing before you decide that, oh, you want to volunteer or you want to join Elevouth. Can you do it? I've had a lot of people I've had to turn down. I said, I appreciate you for wanting to join us, but I cannot bring you on board. Not because they are not good enough, but because I have noticed that what Elevouth needs will not be gotten from them. So we are just a year old. I can imagine what will happen in the next 2 years. Tolu might be joining from Canada, might be joining from anywhere in the world, we never can tell. And we have people who have joined from different African countries tonight. So thank you so much. And before we actually call it a night, I want to see questions that we have. Let's get your questions. I know some of you have questions. I know people that are just joining us for the first time, they want to know, and some people might have actually joined late. So let's have your questions and let us see how we can answer that in 5 to 10 minutes. See? Okay, so I think I've gotten one question for Tolu. There was a question you answered about the why question, that what happens when your why changes. I would have answered that first. I want Tolu to answer that. She is in the first position to answer. I know you gave a brief answer to that, but explain to us because Elevouth started as a different idea. We graduated into something else, and now we are on another level within a year. That's 365 days. A lot can change. So I want you to answer that very well this time around. Please take your time.
Okay.
Don't take too much time.
I hope I'm audible. I have to switch my gadgets and all.
Yeah,
So, but
okay,
I
so
hope we're all fine. Okay, so let me try to like expatiate on that. I know that I've provided like an answer to it, but I was trying to rush it to catch up with what I'm here to talk about. So when your why keep changing, is it like, oh, because you don't know what you are doing, or oh, why am I so different? You are different because you are unique. You are different because, like I said earlier, when it comes to career, it's never a destination, it's a journey. What you have 5 years ago, we are not expecting you to be the same person today. So even in any field where you find yourself, the intention is that you keep growing, you keep growing, you keep getting better, you keep climbing the career ladder. So that is why your why will keep changing. It has to keep changing. If it's not changing, you even have to ask yourself, is something wrong with me? Why am I not growing? And all. If I'm to use myself as an example, I don't advise people. Even sometimes my brother, my junior brother, will like, okay, I want to be like you. And I'll tell you, please don't be like me because I was just everywhere until I figured out what I really wanted to do. And that's one of the major reasons and what led me to start Elevouth. Because I was like, if I can find this answer for myself, why can't I create a platform that helps people to get the answer without wasting so much time like I did? Because I spent years, I was just doing everything. But one thing I now noticed is that even those things that I did in those years that I'm not really doing right now, learning something from those things has helped me in what I'm doing currently. I think Baliki's already read my my bio, and everybody will obviously know that I'm a project manager, a project consultant. I work with tech startups, individuals, and tech teams. So I have learned so much over the years trying to be a developer. Trying to be a designer, trying to be this, trying to be that. And I discovered that it make my work easier because I have to engage with designers every day. I have to engage with product managers. I have to engage with developers. I have to engage with stakeholders. So this has helped me to like get better at what I do. So if your why keep changing, doesn't mean that's the end. It means there's something bigger, but that doesn't mean that you don't also like be disciplined because people feel like, oh, it's hard. I just want to go. So probably that is okay, something else. Now, let me make emphasis on that because nothing is actually going to come to you like bed of roses or something like that. You should always expect that it will get difficult. Favor is on the call, right? Favor is on YouTube. She should be hearing me by now. Countless nights we will be sleeping around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. because we are working till that time, managing projects. Tonight I'm talking with you guys. I'm not sleeping because my team is participating in a global hackathon and we have to I have to be with them and sort this thing out tomorrow morning. Like I'm just letting you guys know. So that doesn't mean that it's all easy or it's like, oh, you can just sleep and everything. But why am I doing this over and over again is because I so much love it. Even wake me up like this, I will tell you I love what I'm doing and I'm ready to do it, work with them over and over again to bring ideas to life. So you have to find that particular thing. I had a section with someone this week for career consultation, and what I told him and what he went on with is that you have to find yourself. What is that thing that if they wake you up over and over time again, you will love to do it? You just find yourself doing it. That doesn't mean it will be easy every time, but you find yourself doing it and you are getting better at it. So I have a developer that I work with. Ask this guy anything, he will tell you, I just love to code. Like, this is surprising. I was like, what do you find so interesting in this thing? This guy can solve one problem, one code, one red code. I don't know, maybe he's watching this because he will definitely drag me tonight. And he will just be there for hours. Me, I will just be going and coming back. I was like, oh God. Sorry guys. I think I have to off my camera then. So I hope I'm still audible, right? So I sometimes I just have to like keep going and coming back, and this guy will still be on the code. So these are things that people find themselves doing, and even when it gets tough, they are still seeing themselves doing it over and over again. So your why will keep changing, because that means you are growing and you are not ready to like settle for less, but also make sure that just because it's hard, that's not why you are giving up. So I hope that answered the question. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you for that, Toluwani, or Tolu as we normally call her. And yes, it has not been easy. And while we are talking about sleepless nights, let's not forget we have a lot of things that do that. Like you mentioned Fidela the other time, and yes, you know, planning this anniversary wasn't easy. Everybody was literally dragged. Legal advisors, everybody on the team was dragged. Everybody. This is something that's happening in just an hour and 30 minutes. You won't believe the amount of work that's gone into it. Thank you, everyone, and happy anniversary to Elevouth again. So on behalf of Elevouth, I want to say a big thank you to our amazing speakers, Mr. Michael Lawal, Mr. Tosin and Marshall. Thank you so much for sharing such powerful insights tonight. And Toluwani, our founder, thank you for joining us again. And to everyone who has joined us live, thank you for celebrating Elevouth's first anniversary with us. Your engagement, your comments, and your energy has made this truly special. This first year has been about vision, becoming movement, and as we step into year 2, they are even more committed to equipping talents, driving innovation, and building ecosystems that thrive. Please don't forget to subscribe, stay tuned with Elevouth on all our platforms, and most importantly, keep being part of this journey of impact. I am Balikis, and it's been an honor to serve you as your moderator for tonight. And have a restful evening, and we'll see you in the next Elevouth Milestone. Good night.
Thank you.